Sir, please do not call him a fat pig. That's very disrespectful. Don't call him. See, I'm trying to be nice. And they say, I guess, they say that she was after a certain gang and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. Does anybody in here not like their children? Oh, be careful. Oh, we got to be careful with that. The problem is the fake news media is going to report that as fact. You know that. You're going to have a lot of explaining to do.
Trump held a campaign rally in Davenport, Iowa, and the topic of estate taxes came up. So while that question he asked the audience seemed a little strange, what he was trying to get at is, if you love your children, you should want to do away with the death tax. In fact, he's gonna give you more details on how he feels about estate taxes in the next clip. Let's watch.
Nobody in history did more for farmers of our country, the great farmers, than I did. To protect family farms, I virtually eliminated the unfair estate tax or death tax. You know, remember I used to say, look, I'm trying to get this passed. I don't know if I can get it. But if I do, if you love your children, you can leave your farm to your kids. If you don't love it, you don't have to worry about tax. No tax. They call it a death tax. That's not a nice word, but you know, very appropriate. If you don't like your kids that much, or if you don't like them at all, which happens on occasion, don't leave them a thing. The tax won't help you. Don't worry about it.
Well, let alone Tiffany, let alone all the others.
Tiffany and Eric, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he likes Don Jr. either. I think Ivanka might be the only one he likes.
No, that for forever he only liked Ivanka, and there's old quotes of him saying that Don Jr. and Eric are morons, and that's coming from Trump.
It's true.
Okay, but the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Anyways, so he doesn't like those two knuckleheads. That's Beavis and Butthead. Tiffany, I don't even know if he realizes that she's his kid. Like, there's never any mention of Tiffany. Okay, Ivanka, he used to seem to be the only other human being on planet Earth that he liked or cared about. But now he's super mad at her because Jared Kushner and Ivanka think that he shouldn't run this time around. And so he's kind of cut them out of a lot of speeches. Aww. So there's some dramas left. So Trump, and he has this like longing to be loved, right? That's why he's always like, okay, where's the cameras? Where's the crowd? My crowds are big. My button is big, my crowd is big. And the reason is no one loves him in the real world because he doesn't give it back. So that's why, like, since he shows no love, he gets no love.
In his personal life.
In his personal life.
Right, yeah. No, I see that. You can see that. I mean, you see it every time his wife swats his hand away.
Like this, right?
Yeah, no, that's rough.
Well, if you bury your ex-wives on your own golf course to get a tax break, there might not be a lot of love out there for you. Try to be a decent human being, see how that turns out for you.
No, Christie's, he's eating right now. He can't be bothered. Sir, please do not call him a fat pig. That's very disrespectful. Don't call him. See, I'm trying to be nice. Don't call him a fat pig. You can't do it. You can't do that. So now, because you're not allowed to do that, and therefore we're not going to do it.
But that's a classic Trump thing that he does. Oh, sir, don't call him a fat pig. We're not allowed to call him a fat pig anymore. He does that all the time.
Yeah.
So whenever he wants to call someone something dirty, he listens to the audience. The minute somebody says something, he's like, oh, we're not calling them that. He does it to women all the time. In this case, he's doing it to Chris Christie. By the way, Chris Christie was the person who led his transition team when he became president in 2016. He asked for Chris Christie's advice throughout his presidency. Chris Christie was the first person to endorse him among the Republicans in 2016. And as usual with Donald Trump, when folks actually work with him for a while, they come with their screaming out of the room with their hair on fire, going, no, the guy's a lunatic, get out, get out, get out, right?
There's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta, she's a racist. And they say, I guess, they say that she was after a certain gang and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, but she wants to indict me to try and run for some other office.
And guys, American politics has changed so much over the last 7, 8 years since Trump has entered it, that it's unrecognizable from 8 years ago. So 8 years ago, if somebody had said that a black prosecutor was racist against white people with no justification or evidence for it, it would have been outrageous, like the biggest outrage in the country, right?
And that was the tame part of his statement.
Yeah, exactly. But then if he had said with no backup at all, I think she's sleeping with a gang member.
But let's keep it real. That's also part of his racist attack against her.
Yeah, of course,
right? 1000%.
Of course.
Completely unfounded, no evidence whatsoever. It doesn't matter. He's trying to discredit her, he's trying to insult her. But what he's really doing, what he doesn't realize, is he's showing to the world how incredibly terrified he is. He's lashing out. This is what a scared puppy does.